Now that we've addressed our takeoff items, labels, and page visibility, we're ready to actually create the framing layout. To do this, we'll come to the camera icon here in the toolbar. It's a camera because essentially that is what we'll be doing, is taking a screen capture of the portion of the digitizer that we want to show on the layout. We'll click the camera icon, and then we'll draw a box closely around the area of the digitizer that we want to be on our framing layout. We'll click the second point, and then a box will pop up and we'll give our framing layout a name. This name will actually appear in the title bar of the framing layout that we create. We'll call it Upper Floor Framing, click OK, and a window appears with the newly created framing layout. Here in the upper right-hand corner are all of the materials that are visible in the area of the framing layout. Down here at the lower left are any of the framing details that are associated with this layout. And then in the center is the image that we captured from the digitizer. By default, the image is set to just fit to page, but by right-clicking on it, you can set it to a specific scale, such as 1/4 inch per foot. If you right-click on it, again, you can also choose to reposition the image anywhere on the page. The same is true for the other components on the page, such as the material list or the details. You can just click and select and drag them to the appropriate place on the page. Additionally, you can use the markup item tools up in the toolbar to add additional comments to your particular framing layout. Once you have completed your adjustments, you can close the framing layout and continue on with your project. To view the framing layout later, come to the Project tab and the Framing Layouts tab. Here is the upper floor framing layout that we've created. By clicking on the Notes button, you can adjust or add notes to that particular framing layout, or by clicking on the Details button, you can add additional framing details to that particular layout. If you want to view this in a different size, you don't have to create an additional framing layout. You can just change the layout style, in this case to 11 by 17 detailed, and then click the View button. And the same framing layout is brought up in an 11 by 17 format. We can make adjustments, as we did before, to allow it to be positioned properly on the 11 by 17 page style. Any framing layout that you create in the software can be converted into a PDF form that can be shared easily with your customer, builders, or framers on the project. To do this, go to the toolbar and select the PDF button in the upper left-hand corner. In the window that appears, you can select the specific location where you want that PDF to be created, and then we'll give the file a name. In this case, we'll call it Upper Floor Framing. We'll click the Save button, and the PDF is generated and can be shared with others. By following these steps, you can create a framing layout for any part of your project, including roofs, floors, walls, headers, and more.